The US federal government has a plan to make sure that gas prices don't get too out of control. Except for the plan is this: give Iran more money to build more weapons that will ultimately kill American soldiers. Listen up. Let's talk through this New York Times article. I paid the subscription fee, so you don't have to. This technically was posted yesterday, which was Thursday, March 19th, 2026. And yes, you're reading that headline correctly. US encourages flow of Iranian oil while it battles Iran. The Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, is saying that removing sanctions on Iranian oil would lower global prices? Question mark? Let me explain. The Trump administration said on Thursday, which was March 19th, 2026, that it planned to remove sanctions on Iranian oil, an unorthodox move intended to lower surging crude prices that have hurt U.S. consumers and helped Iran profit. This ultimately comes from a scrambling Donald Trump, who is realizing that his supporters, his base, his cult members are now even upset with him because the price of gas is soaring, and it soars more and more every single day. So he said on Thursday that the United States would do, quote, whatever is necessary to contain oil prices. How much oil are we talking about? Well, according to Mr. Bessent, who is the Secretary of the Treasury, he said that the sanctions exemption would apply to about 140 million barrels of Iranian oil that are currently at sea. Do I believe him? I don't believe anything this government says. That's up for you to decide. Scott Bessent also said that he had hoped that increasing the supply of oil, Iranian oil, on global markets would help make up for what Iran was obstructing through the Strait of Hormuz. So let me translate that. What Mr. Bessent is saying is that the best punishment for Iranians essentially holding the Strait of Hormuz hostage and therefore greatly, exponentially increasing the price of oil, which is trickling down into not just the US economy, but everywhere. His consequence for them doing that is to then turn around and allow them to profit from oil. Make it make sense. And that's exactly what Alex Zerdin says, who is the founder of Capital Peak Strategies and a former official in the Treasury Department's Office of Terrorism and Financial Intelligence. He says, quote, Iran will likely profit from these sales, thereby providing more money to fund its regime, the war, and its proxies. Scott Bessent, who literally looks like a ventriloquist dummy, is convinced that all of the American people are so dumb that they won't see straight through this. But we are much smarter than that. And if you are not someone who's locked in because you've got to work 2 jobs in this economy, there's people like me and many other creators who are willing to give you the information fast. No one is going to think that this is a good idea. You're going to tell the American people that you started a war because the threat of Iran using a nuclear weapon was imminent. And then you're going to turn around and fund their regime to make weapons to kill American servicemen and women. I hate to be the person who isn't being rah-rah positive right now, but we are in fact cooked.